season 9, episode 15, where we watch Polyfamily. And what was I going to use? I like to get it out when it's raw. I'm Chris Lorenz.
We are monogamous with our pillows. This is Brian.
This is my wife, and this is my girlfriend. This is Noah Singer.
Remember, you're grounded. This is DJ Polly D.
We're also watching season 1, episode 1, and those were quotes from this week's show. But last week we watched Got to Get Out on Hulu, and we have a battle between Twitter and YouTube, and Twitter got more votes, top third show. But YouTube also said it was a top third show. So everyone said it was a top third show, including me.
Huzzah.
You guys suck.
Wah, wah.
Noah, what show did we watch this week?
This week. My tabs were... I was doing the cornering too early, and I lost the... but anyway, two married couples navigate living together and raising kids as a closed quad in their unique and non-traditional family structure. That is Polyfamily on Max, USA, TLC, wherever you get your television.
Coming up on this podcast, Chris will run down the show. We'll discuss the minutia, then we'll give our ratings.
Wow.
I suppose that's true.
That's
wow. Big shout out to OpenAI for supplying our new podcast host, Brian.
No, dude, did it not piss anybody else off that every commercial break that they had it coming up on?
Oh my God, I forgot about that. Yeah.
That's why I did that.
Thank you. Sorry. Sorry for making you explain the joke. Holy crap, that annoyed the crap out of me. Also, any show that starts with a this season on in the first 3 minutes, so annoying.
They also had an ending this season on.
Yeah.
I did note that too, that they did have two this season ons. One was better than the other.
Yeah. The beginning one I thought was typical and well produced.
Well, so this show is about 4 people and they're 4, almost 5 kids, which, about to have a 5th one. And let's see. It's really just them going through their lives. So it's not that interesting or exciting, including this season on.
It's just one of those typical family shows.
This is one of the most boring takes on what could be an exciting situation.
Yeah, it's the biggest thing that happens in the show is the 2 guys don't really like each other.
Wow, such incredibly engrossing drama.
I know. So let's get into it. We've got Taya and Sean. They were the OG couple.
For those of you following along at home, that's the redhead and the bald guy.
Yeah. Sean has the great haircut. AKA
no, Tyler has the haircut. Oh yeah. I mean, yes, it is great. Yeah. Honestly, this guy looks like alternate universe Chris. If you ever wanted to know what Chris looks like.
Alternate universe me. AKA he has the same kind of build, bulky, bald guy with a beard. That's about it.
Yeah.
It's interesting that Taya is 28 and Sean is 46. And
I didn't catch that. Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I'm sensing some grooming situation here because they've been together 6 years or so, and they met because Sean was Taya's boss at some point.
Oh
yeah,
God, they were 40 and 22 when they got married or whatever.
Man, it's the way to do it.
I mean, if you're Sean, you're killing it there.
I suppose so.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's gross. It's gross. I think at that point,
40 and 22.
Yeah.
I mean,
imagine if this was reverse. Imagine if it was reverse gender.
I don't know if I call it gross. It's the maturity of a 40-year-old versus the maturity of a 22-year-old, like seeing on the same page. Like,
I just can't
It's not.
imagine me with a 22-year-old right now. I'd die. I'm like, I'm in bed at 10 o'clock. When I was 22, I didn't go out of my house till 10 o'clock. Like,
right.
there's no way.
It's not a great look.
No,
I
and
mean,
I mean, there's other dynamics there as well. It's no, I don't think it works.
it's no Bill Belichick situation right now, but
Nah, Bill Belichick's next level.
if you're not aware, he's dating a 24-year-old and he's what, like 70?
It's like
72.
105 or something. I don't know.
Yeah. And then our other couple, well, part of the closed polyamorous quad is Alicia and Tyler.
Yeah.
And they're 34 and 36. And they had a kid. They had two kids before the polyamorous quad thing. They're their kids, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I got to be honest. Like, I forgot who was actually husband and wife with who through the episode because I feel like the brunettes feel more of like a natural husband wife situation than the blonde and the bald guy.
I could see that. I I think it was, and they like kind of also like intermingle a little bit nicely as well.
Right.
Um, but yeah, like if you're just talking like the two guys, like you'd be like, no, they're not matching up.
Yeah, I was surprised in that. You would think the guys be matching up. They definitely seem to just be like bystanders in this, which is kind of weird.
Yeah,
Yet they still have good moments. They like when they were talking about like who's the father of like one kid, it's like one of us, right? And they high five. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
That felt like
It
a
is-
rare. They seem to not like each other very much.
Yeah.
No.
They straight up said like if we didn't have this situation, we probably wouldn't be friends.
Yeah. Well, I feel like Sean feels stronger about that than Tyler. Tyler seems to be more of like open going, like, and Sean's like, no, bro.
Yeah, Tyler's definitely a little easier going, I think.
Yeah.
I'm just like, they didn't really go over how like this whole thing started. Like, I really want to know, like, okay, whose idea was it? Was it Taya's idea or was it Sean's idea to put something on Tinder? And then who went on Tinder or whatever to meet a polyamorous couple? And that like these are very rare because you have to have like minds meet some way somehow. You both have
I'm
to
sure.
decide.
I am positive there's dedicated apps for this that are probably popping in Portland.
Probably.
Yeah.
Although I thought they mentioned Craigslist.
Oh, really? No,
Even better.
it was an app. I thought there was some dating.
Oh, I thought they said they put an ad in Craigslist. It didn't work. Then they did something else. But
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, they revisited it a couple
Yeah.
of years later, I think.
Yeah, but I agree, Max. Like when they said they're in like middle of nowhere, Oregon, I'm like, yep, that lines up. Like middle of nowhere, Oregon or Idaho, doing some crazy stuff. Yep, makes sense.
I mean, it is interesting because I feel like both people seem to like each other sexually. Like the sexual pairs seem very healthy. It's just like this, like the non-sexual partners are like, I don't know about you. Like even the women, I don't think really get along that well. They like, it's not like a sister wives situation where like all the sister wives are like, we love each other. We gotta love each other.
Right.
And like the men, obviously, we've talked about don't like each other.
No, but they all parent together, right? And obviously, like, there's a bit of this is like, how much are they putting on the show, versus real, but it seemed real.
Yeah. So we find out that there's two children before the polyamorous relationship, but then there was two children born during the polyamorous relationship. So they have four children total. And in this show, in this episode, one of the women goes in to give birth.
Alicia.
Yep. And it's worth noting any of the children born after the relationship is established, they don't know who the father is because the guys are swapping beds every 2 nights.
And even though they can find out, they go out of their way not to try to figure it out. But in the season, that all may change.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
simple blood test, aka blood type, might tell who the father is.
They never thought the blood type would
Dun dun
reveal.
dun. Genetics bites you. Science bites you in the butt. As every Republican will tell you, it's all made up. Don't listen to it. It's fake news.
It's fake, man. Why would you listen to
I
that?
will say, I saw a tweet the other day. It was just a screenshot of r slash like poly families or whatever, of people saying like it's fucked up that they don't know who their kid is from. Like that's not normal. And I'm like, okay, wow, these guys have a set of ethics or something. I don't know.
I'm actually on the subreddit right now looking at one.
Oh, doing some research.
I mean, I'm in the corner there, right? 28,000 members in the poly family. Yeah.
Is that a show subreddit or is that like
No,
an
just
advertising
It's a
to be a
lifestyle.
polyamorous family?
people to discuss poly family life. And
Yeah, it's not like classifieds. It's just like shit. How do I navigate this?
yeah,
Do you think that they'll be on that sex room show? Will this be a crossover? I guess that was a Netflix show, but
I mean, the one person said she was kinky, but like, I feel like to be in poly, you don't also need a sex room, right? Like, I don't think those two things have to go hand in hand.
it's true. The poly episode of the sex room show, everyone was doing everyone, and
The
in this
Vegas
show,
one, yeah,
they're very vanilla, one on one.
yeah.
That
So we
that
believe.
sex room show was phenomenal. I forgot how much I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Did you ever finish the whole thing, Max?
Absolutely not. I'm not an insane person.
It's not
Someone
like
on
it was
here
a
is
long show.
Someone's on here looking for a therapist in New York City that specializes in polygamy. That's a niche.
I am positive that exists.
Like if you're in one place, there's a couple places where you could find that. Oregon and New York. New York City's probably one of them. Like some of the bigger cities in the world.
I guess so. Utah, I'm assuming, is like
The Utah, yeah, Utah for sure.
but like that's just a niche. Like if you're fine, like they're all out there. Just got to find it.
This is an interesting question. So, like, I am about to have a child, but in this show, they gave their unborn child the name, so everyone knows what the name of the unborn child is, and like, it's usually considered good practice to not give the name of your child because you don't want anyone to like criticize the name and then you pick it anyway.
But like, if you're already picking it, like, what does it matter? Like, they can criticize what
I
they
don't.
want.
I know. I agree with you, but I don't know. That's what I've been. That's like what's been going on in my life.
Noah and I are being quiet, I think, because we have a different cultural reasoning than you guys.
Max, your microphone just got.
I am so sorry. I have a weird microphone setup today. Noah and I think, are being quiet here because we have a different cultural reasoning than you guys.
Oh, do explain.
Do explain, Max.
Jews don't give their kids names for like until 7 days after they're born, in case the like real reason is 2,000 years ago, 5,000 years ago, because kids always died in the first 7 days, so it was like considered bad luck.
Yeah, but I actually didn't even know that. Like at the bris, that's when you give the name. But I think like, yeah, generally it's like because like kids still die, or shit happens. But also, I think it's different in this show because this is airing X months later, right? And so it's like they're not really giving it away theoretically.
They're giving it to the crew. I assume that they've told other people.
Yeah, I mean, people do it. for sure.
Well, I don't know. I'm just bringing up real life stuff. That's
No,
all.
yeah, no. People are like, yeah, people they do different things on this one. But like, yeah, like I thought people don't. Then I don't know. I've seen different things.
Back to the show. So, like, it seems the way this works is that one night Taya and Sean are together, and then the next night it's Taya and Tyler, and then Sean and Alicia.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not allowed to have coitus on when it's not your night.
Coitus.
which is a rule they originally did not have, and then somebody got jealous, so they were like, "Okay, new boundary."
It just
I
reminds me
think
of
that
that
feels totally
Seinfeld
fine.
episode where
Oh no, it's totally fine. It's just interesting to see how they cope with this semi-insane situation. What boundaries they decide are okay.
I feel like there's got to be like handbooks on the subreddit, right? Like how to go about doing
Oh
it,
yeah, I'm sure this is relatively well trodden ground.
right? Because like people going into this, it's like it's not like you have role models you can generally look forward toward, right? Like you have to like.
I'm just surprised there's no like birthday doubles or something. Like, hey, it's your birthday.
I'm sure
Let's
there is,
I don't
right?
know. So they seem pretty strict about it. Like they were even like, if the baby is born, I'm not allowed to be like who gets to be in the room is based on whose day it is.
I mean, this gets complex. I'm reading. There's like an introduce yourself thread on the Polyfamily subreddit, and these people are in a quad. There's an open triad. It says 3 couples, 6 people, different dating relationships throughout, like, and 2 kids.
Do they have their own reality show too?
I mean, I don't. I'd like to watch them. That's so many relationships to manage and like groups and oh my god, it's a lot.
Also, it just feels like a lot of like how to put this, a lot of breaking potential breaking points. Like if one person just decides, hey, one of these relationships in this group is not working for me, probably that entire couple moves out. I don't know. It seems very fragile.
Yeah.
I feel like that show you would need some sort of OnlyFans extra content. Like there's like the drama show and then there's like the spicy Skinamax like episodes.
Yeah.
No?
No, it could be, but I feel like that like taints probably the community for them, right? It's like I imagine this community is not all about kinky sex, whatever, right? Like I'm sure they'd want to
No
give.
one's saying it needs to be kinky, Noah. No
But, that,
one said the word kinky except for you.
but
No,
isn't
they
that
said it
what
on the
all
show
that
too.
like late night show HBO bullshit's about? I don't know.
No, it's all about
Skinamax.
tame, lame porn. That's like woman takes her top off. Like uh, that's what all those like HBO porn was always about. You had to go into like the back room of the porn shop to get your
Mm.
stuff you're thinking about.
Yeah, maybe I was using it incorrectly. Like we watched this movie that's being promoted on Mac called Baby Girl, and like that's like in my mind, like as you like push this other stuff.
I'm not trying to push it. I'm just saying I feel like it would be more interesting of a show, I think.
Yeah, makes sense.
But we're not talking about the show because guess what happens in the show? They put together a bassinet. They go grocery shopping. Then there was like a whole huge segment about parenting and how envious they are. And like one dad was like, hey, she's on a timeout or whatever. She can't be talking to you right now. The other dad was very upset. And that was like a very good portion of the episode.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's incredibly boring drama.
There was an earwax camera bit.
yeah.
There
So
was
intimate.
there was a scene of Is one of the guys shaving the other person's legs, which I thought
Well,
was
she's super pregnant, so she couldn't shave her own legs.
okay.
Yeah, Chris, check your privilege.
But I don't want to see people shaving their legs. Like, it's fine that he does that. I just don't need to see it.
Chris, I don't
Hmm.
need to know your kinks. I don't need to know you're into not watching people shave legs.
Yeah, that's my kink is not watching people shave. Turns me on.
I don't know. I actually thought it was shot pretty well. Like we always pan shows that introduce too many people at once, and it's hard to track. And I actually thought the minutia actually brought up different like character traits of the people that allowed you to get so like you're not focused on the activity, the big thing. It's like it allows you to get to know. Yeah, Sean is like super A personality, and so is the blonde Alicia. Or yeah, yes. Alicia. Like, and they're both like A's and the other two are more like emotional silly. Like, I don't know. I think the mundane helped you see that.
Look, I'm not saying it's bad or good. I just think this is the expectations for the show. Is like next week you're gonna get more EOX camera. You're gonna get them to go to Home Depot. Like
Probably.
they're not doing anything exciting.
Yeah, that's true.
What if they went to Bed Bath and Beyond too?
Yeah, we're not sure there's enough time in that episode though.
I mean, I'm sure we'll get some discrimination footage. Like, imagine they're being discriminated against somehow.
Would you discriminate against them, Noah?
Would I?
No.
I don't think so. But like, it's definitely people would be like, "Oh, that's unusual," or just like waiters in a
if they
restaurant.
tried to be the coach of your kid's like soccer team,
Why not? Who cares?
Oh, I'm just asking. I'm asking. Then they got two kids on your team because they got two kids at two.
Yeah, they really about a person.
That's
I mean,
unusual.
the fact they have this unusual like dating relationship, I don't think it impairs like their ability to be a good soccer coach. It seems disconnect.
Yeah, but would you be prejudiced against them for being like? You would gossip for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I for sure. You'd be like, "Oh, that's unusual."
I feel like that's a form of prejudice. No, gossiping. No, I don't know.
Maybe.
Noah, if you were going to be prejudiced against poly people, what would your cool new slur for them be?
Oh man, I wish I was clever enough to come up with one. I'm okay being like put on the spot here and like getting it recorded. I just can't come up with one quick enough.
I was thinking quadrupeds. I don't know. Get out of here, you 4-feeted assholes.
Isn't it 8 feet?
Yeah, octopeds. That's insane.
They're the octonauts. I was thinking like polysluts, but it's not very good.
Ooh, what about octopussies?
I was thinking that when you went with the octo thing, but then I was like, well,
Yeah, but wouldn't it be quad pussies? Because there's four pussies.
that's it. Well, it's octopeds by bipus, right? Like it's way too complicated. It's not a good. It's just not good.
Just none of them have that good slur energy, you know.
This
What
is why
about
people
Been
like
on
Donald
this one
Trump.
for a long time.
If he's got
What?
one thing, he's very good at this. He would be
Oh,
here
yeah.
like slamming.
Oh yeah,
Pol-
what's the Sleepy Joe for poly people?
Poly pussies.
Probably that.
I like the alliteration. I like alliterations. Pretty good. Yeah. Anything else happened in this episode you discussed?
I mean, they, the one mom.
Their
So the
families.
one mom's having baby. The other mom, I think it was this season on, but like she wants to see if she can breastfeed the baby, and like I don't think that's possible.
No, it is. You take hormones to make your breasts start producing milk.
You think that's what she's doing? She's like,
I mean, yeah.
That'll be in that
I mean,
episode for sure.
Back in the day, people like women would they'd have specific women would try to find people to breastfeed, keep like as surrogate breastfeeders.
That
But
I
I think that was people who had also recently given birth.
Well, they would like as long as you're. I think as long as you keep breastfeeding,
Mm,
correct.
you produce milk.
Yeah,
That's just the same thing with cows too. Like if the cow would stop breastfeeding, the cow would stop producing
there
milk.
is, yeah, that is true. Like for women that can more easily produce breast milk, like they definitely keep going. Like I think there's challenges that probably is less true to a certain degree. But yeah, it is definitely like you got to break the cycle.
Noah, personal question for you: If you
I've never
like
breastfed.
if you like breast milk a lot, would your wife just keep pumping for you?
If
that's
I liked
deeply
it,
personal.
what
This
do you mean
is
that? What do you mean by I liked it? There's an assumption there that I have a preference somehow for it.
Yeah, that you like it.
Also, Chris, why is this hypothetical being posed to Noah? I think this should be
Noah's the
posed at
one with
you. It's a
kids.
lot more applicable to you.
Well, it's no, it's applicable to Noah because he could still be getting that breast milk.
Could be. Could be. I mean, but when you say like it, do you mean because like I imbibe it, or are you
Yeah,
like
you
I've
tried
never,
it, you liked it, you like it in your coffee.
never tried it. There's been multiple attempts to get me to try it, and I like violently rejected. Not part of my game.
All right, there you have it.
So if Chris, in like 5 months, 6 months, you want to give us your report,
Look, I'm definitely gonna try it.
there you go. Go for it. I think
I
it's
don't know if
wonderful.
I want. I feel like warm sounds gross to me, but warm milk just does not sound appealing at all.
Oh, really?
no.
You never had warm milk?
No, cold milk all the way.
Warm milk is pretty good. Milk, it's good.
What is
You
your
never had
opinion
it?
on warm milk, Max?
I like room temp cereal milk.
You like sugar milk?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Sugar milk, yeah.
I'm just so fascinated how like this quad thing starts. Like, do you go on the same day? Do you go on separate dates and then report back? Like, when do you and like what's the first time you have coitus with each other? Like, how does that work? I'm so good. That's what fascinates me. What doesn't fascinate me is I'm an A type and I go to the grocery store because I'm an A type or whatever. Like,
Didn't they talk about it? Wasn't it like bowling or something? Um, am I misremembering that? Their own meet cute.
It's
I don't
entirely
know.
possible.
They did talk briefly, I think, about their like first date, but like not in any real detail.
Mm, no. Yeah, they really didn't talk much about the coitus, which I think is really what you're looking for, Chris.
Yeah, I want the OnlyFans
Yeah.
episodes.
I mean, I'm sure there's quads on OnlyFans. I don't have an
Maybe,
account. I
maybe
haven't,
I should sign up for that instead of HBO Max.
maybe. Can you browse OnlyFans for free or something? Like, I don't know. I'm assuming you like get
I'm assuming
previews.
there's like profile pics and stuff, but
Yeah.
if you're looking for more than, if you want to see more than just them, maybe I don't know if that's free.
Yeah, I haven't ventured in there.
Maybe there's like a try before you buy thing. I'm
I
on
don't
my
think
work computer, so I can't really look it up. But
Right, same.
No.
Brian, you're not. Go look it up.
No.
His ISP is still watching.
Turn on your VPN. All right. Who's the worst human being?
Um, Probably Sean.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that too, but he's also kind of being reasonable, even though he's a little dick.
He's not that bad in the grand scheme of shows we watch, but among the people in the show, it could be whatever her face's mom not talking to her after this, but
That
also
was bad. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
yeah. Getting disowned for living their life. Bad news bears.
What about the doctor or nurse that told them about how genetics works about their
That was
baby?
in this episode.
It
yeah.
was in this episode that they told me it was coming up.
Everything's
All right.
coming up in this thing, so no.
All right. I think we need some drinking rules for this.
Mm.
Anytime the two gentlemen are in a scene alone, take a drink. Actually, do that for the women.
Anytime you take a drink, take another drink.
Okay. Brian.
Anytime something sexual is brought up, because like it's going to continue to be brought up. Take a drink.
Noah.
Yes. Every time you forget who's husband and wife and who's boyfriend girlfriend, take a drink.
I'd be so drunk. I don't
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
who anyone is.
It's only 4 people, and yet it's still very confusing.
Well, because they don't ever bring it back up. Like, that's
No.
the problem. It's not like, this is my wife, or like, talking to my wife. It's like, no, it's just like, I'm talking to Alicia or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime one of the kids calls one of their parents mom or dad, take a drink.
By the way, I know but we didn't talk about the benefits. Like many adults to watch children at points in time, that definitely frees you up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, one of them is a stay-at-home mom, and then the other 3 can work. Right?
It takes a
does work.
village situation here. Makes a
Max,
lot
you're
of
not
sense
talking into your camera. Max, you're not talking to your microphone.
Man, fuck this. It takes a village approach here. Like I think makes a lot of sense for a lot of people and replicates, how you used to live with, your parents and yeah. The kinky part of it, I just feel like there's an idea here that doesn't require fucking somebody else's wife.
Right. Like the fact that they all get to split the mortgage and like there's the efficiencies there, like there's something very practical to that.
I mean, in a way, it reminds me of just like townhouses where like the other side of the townhouse super well, but you're not fucking their wife
Yeah.
or husbands.
Or boyfriend and girlfriend.
You're not just their boyfriend or girlfriend. Yeah, I mean, it definitely, like, raising a child in this day and age feels, I mean, to me, seems really daunting because you don't have the village. I feel like 100, 200 years ago, the village is there. Like it's not as close as it was probably like 1,000 years ago, but like, you still have a lot more help than you do today.
Yeah.
Especially
I mean,
for someone that moved across the country. It's like,
but you married locally, so you got a village.
it's true.
Yeah. The village. Yeah, there's something to it. I don't know. I'm just now thinking like Max, you're the only one living in Brooklyn. I feel like you got to put in like your condo listserv. E&M, Polyquad, QF, Cis, Demi. I don't know, whatever it is. Like,
What the fuck are you talking about?
He's just buzzwording. And
Yeah,
he's saying
I'm
I
just
should send something out to my building mailing list saying I want to fuck your wife. That's a great idea, Noah.
Good try.
great.
Do you have a building listserv, Noah or Max?
Hi, Max here. Yes, I actually do. I mean, not a listserv, but a Google group.
Well, do you have an
Join my
ICQ?
Google Plus circle.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
super Google people on your get to use discontinued products. I'm jealous.
Man.
Join me on Google Wave.
All right, would this show be better as a Quibi or a TikTok?
Nah, I don't think so. I think it actually was well done. I think they did it good.
I'd argue the show would be better as a TikTok. I think you get TikTok really is like you get to follow people, do their lives, and they like to communicate with you on a daily basis, which would be more interesting because it'd be quicker than this, like, whenever they film this thing. And I can swipe when, they're at the hairdresser and I don't care. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so I'd argue it'd be better as a TikTok. Like all these shows, I think kind of try to imitate being TikTok in a little bit of ways. like they're doing things, especially in this show where they're like, we're looking in somebody's ears. Look how gross this is. Ah, it's like that could be a TikTok.
They didn't do any dance routines though.
Yeah, there's no dancing on my version of TikTok, so
Mm, missing out on TikTok. I feel like that's TikTok.
absolutely not.
Seriously.
Do not care about people doing choreographed dancing. That's why I don't see it. I do see
Yeah.
people on like roller coasters and stuff, and I'm pretty jealous.
Sorry, I do have one minutia I gotta bring up. So do we remember the name of their fifth child?
Yeah, Quentin.
Yeah, no E in that, just I's and U's.
Oh, that is definitely different.
Quentin
Not how I expected.
Tirantini.
Definitely ghetto.
One of my favorite shows, The Magicians. Quentin Coldwater is the star. Well, the lead
But-
character.
With all eyes,
I don't know how they spell it.
it's not.
I feel like he was a Quentin. I could be wrong.
A Quentin?
No, with an E, like Tarantino.
Yeah.
I've never seen a Quentin.
All right. Noah,
Strangely, go ahead.
I have the most important question for Noah. What speed did Max watch the show at?
Man, yeah. I really take pride in this because, So, let me. There's not a lot of clues on when Max watched it and like what was going on in his life at this point in time. Which usually is some little hints. And I honestly never know which service offers which speed, which I probably should look into. So I'm gonna go with a 1.25. I didn't think this was so slow, and I think he watched by himself. So 1.25.
Brian, what speed did Max watch the show at?
1.5.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 1.7. Let's do it.
Phew.
Man, some great guesses here. I range from 1.6 to 1.8. So 1.7 is spot on.
Boom! Ba ba ba.
Boom.
Wow.
These guys actually, I found, talked a little on the quicker side. So yeah, 1.6 to 1.8. I sped
Damn.
up towards the end because I was bored of the drama.
Wow. Impressive, Chris.
Great
You-
job, Chris.
So the Max app gives that level of control. Like,
I don't know. I watch it in my browser on my computer, and I have like a browser extension that lets me add 0.2x with the S and D keys.
very impressive.
So 1.5 is not possible with the browser extension.
You can if you use your mouse. I never do. I've moved beyond such trivial things.
That might be the nerdiest thing you've ever said.
Hands on keys.
Noah, you have any cool minutia for this show? Like any internet corner stuff?
Nothing really. I mean, they live in Lebanon, Oregon. Not much happening. It is kind of middle of nowhere. There was nothing, unfortunately.
Okay. All right. Well, we do ratings. We do a stack ranking system between top, middle, and bottom third compared to other reality shows. Brian, what do you got for me?
I gotta go bottom third, but I'll go top of the bottom. It's if it didn't have that like coming up on every single time, maybe it'd be more palatable. But that annoyed the hell out of me, and then it was already like just boring minutia to begin with. So I don't know. It could just be on the background.
Max, what do you got for me?
I'm talking into my correct microphone. Hello. I think bottom third, top of the bottom is spot on for me. This wasn't like aggressively awful. Your first episode has to grab people, and this did an awful job of that. There's no way they can keep this interesting for an entire season.
Noah, what do you got?
I'm gonna go a little bit better. Middle, bottom of the middle. Actually thought it was well edited. Like they fit a lot of content in for their 40 minutes, right? It was 40 minutes, I believe.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I actually thought they got like a lot of scenarios in. You got to understand the characters, like their personalities. You're not terribly overwhelmed with like what's happening, right? They could have like done more on the kids, and they chose not to do it, right? You really get to know the clothes quad. You get to update the season, but yeah, like ultimately, it's not higher because it's just gets kind of boring in the middle of the show. And so I think they dropped the ball there. So it's not bottom material, but middle, bottom of the middle.
I'm just like sad to put this in the bottom because the show's boring. I didn't even notice there was a this coming up every time because I was on my phone. Like I was already kind of checked out, but I'm fascinated by like just like how people buck cultural norms to be in these weird relationships, and that is so sad for me to like put this in the bottom. But
Mm.
I don't know. I still feel like I might peek back in and see how episode like what the drama turns into. But the show is bad. It's boring. Like they don't even get into like the spicy stuff I want them to get into, which is why I'm still fascinated. So
Mm.
maybe they're just holding it back from me. I don't know. Tell us what you thought about the show on Twitter at Who Put This On or YouTube at Who Put This On. That would be the preferred place to find us. We have the polls there on both platforms. So tell us what you thought.
Tell us.
Uh, Now we do shout outs of other stuff we've been watching. And I'll start out with I've actually finished the full season of Gotta Get Out, the show we
Ooh.
watched last week.
Wow.
And I enjoyed that show thoroughly.
Wow.
The like escape plans trying to turn into heists and who do you trust and who do you not trust and how do you get people out of one room into the other room, just really compelling TV, really good show. I really want, I'm ready for season 2 already. I'm ready.
Ooh.
I want
Does
some smarter people on the show, but uh yeah, what you got?
They don't always try to take a loud car to leave.
Oh,
does the level of
Well,
play increase compared to episode one?
yeah, the like people and episode 2, like there's somebody in episode 2 that's like laughable about like their escape plan, but
Sure.
even she gets better. She gets into it, and like these people are just like they start trusting people they shouldn't trust, and like I don't know, it's a lot of like sprints to the exit. A
That
lot of
makes
people,
sense.
yeah. So I'd recommend that show. Brian, any shout outs?
Taskmaster season 19 already off to a good start. Um,
Yeah, wow. Episode one was phenomenal. Great tasks, great list.
yeah, I'm so happy about that. And then finished Cobra Kai's, and it was it was a good campy adventure. I'm happy with it.
The last season, good. Like I can't.
It it's just if you liked all the other stuff, you're gonna like this. It's just silly. It'll throw back to everything. Like you don't need to like watch it to like get like engaged. It's just here's some stupidity. Here's some karate. Come on.
I just can't make it past the Saikai Taikai. We're invited to the Saikai Taikai. We're gonna fight
Oh, they're
in the
gonna sit.
Saikai Taikai.
Oh yeah, it's gonna keep going.
So I had to stop. Noah, any shout outs?
Yeah, haven't been on for a minute. So new season of White Lotus, I finished. Fun. Uh, did Zero Day. That was fun. We recommend. Um, and nothing else I'd shout out. Yeah, getting to watch other content, but those are my shit shouts.
All right. Max, you have any shout outs?
I've been playing Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Pretty good RPG. Would recommend. Still finishing up Book of the Fallen, Malazan, Book of the Fallen, Book One.
Yeah. On the book front, I just listened to this Western called Lonesome Dove. It won a Pulitzer Prize in 1985. It is real good. Real good
Hmm.
book. And the audiobook I think is off Audible, like right after I bought it. So but I thought the audiobook was really well done and
Hmm.
uh, very good, very fun adventure set in the West in 1890s. I could see why Westerns were big. That was a good story.
Was it about a dove?
It was about it was about a town in Texas called Lonesome Dove.
Hmm.
Well,
Not
it was
bad.
technically about these people Lonesome Dove, and then they decide that they're going to migrate to Montana. So
I'm listening to the Bill Gates book, and like I'm kind of like hate listening to it. Like I do like Bill Gates' story, but I'm like trying to like plow, like just get this book over. I don't know.
how big is the jumping over the chair moment? That's like his crowning achievement, right?
So I don't know how many books he's publishing for his memoir, but this is like one of N. And so I think this book probably stops at like 18 or something. I don't know when, but
This is his childhood, the most important part of his life.
I mean, yeah, right. Like I don't know. I'm just a fan, and so I'm like, all right, let me go see what's up with this. And I don't know. I really should stop listening to it, but like I'm trying to plow through, and I really should stop.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it for us this week. But next week, we're gonna watch a show that I wrote down,
Battle games,
Battle Camp
battle
on
camp.
Netflix, season 1, episode 1. Get hyped. We'll see you
Hey.
then.
I'm
See
so
you.
hyped.
Bye.